Over the last course of months, we have executed a comprehensive marketing analysis designed to address a critical challenge: stemming the tide of customer loyalty decline at Verizon amidst increasing price sensitivity in the market. Today, I will walk you through our key findings and, most importantly, provide a clear set of recommendations that will guide our next steps in pricing models and marketing efforts. Verizon was founded on June 30th, 2000 through the significant merger of Bell Atlantic Corporation and GTE Corporation. This created a dominant force in the market. The company's primary focus remains the U.S. market, where it stands as one of the dominant mobile service providers alongside AT&T and T-Mobile. Verizon is recognized for operating one of the largest and most reliable wireless networks in the U.S. We operate within the telecommunications industry, a highly competitive sector. Verizon Telecommunications is one of the world's largest companies focused entirely on U.S. operations. The current CEO, Hans Vestberg, as of 2024, and the company employs approximately 106,000 people. We offer a diversified suite of services including wireless mobile services, broadband and fiber optic services, business network solutions, and digital media services. Verizon primarily serves U.S. consumers and businesses. Our key audience consists of smartphone users who prioritize reliable wireless coverage. We target households seeking flexible multi-line plans, bundled savings, and shared data options. We cater to enterprise companies requiring secure and dependable networks. Several factors influence our customers' buying habits. While we offer premium pricing, consumers' values have options and are looking for affordable alternatives that still deliver quality. Buyers consistently prioritize strong and consistent network coverage, which is a core strength of the Verizon brand image. Customers also value security and dependability, which aligns well with our established premium brand image. Here we'll see a snapshot of our fiscal year growth rates from 2020 to 2024. Note that the revenues are mostly entirely U.S. domestic, as international operation revenues are not significant. Verizon's total revenue has shown steady growth over the past 5 fiscal years. This demonstrates strong financial health within the domestic market despite the competitive pressures. Our top U.S. competitors are clearly AT&T and T-Mobile. Market share data from 2020 and 2024 show a significant shift. AT&T shares have decreased from 33% in 2022 and 27% in 2024. T-Mobile's share has grown from 25% in 2020 and 35% in 2024. This indicates aggressive market capture and highlights the dynamic of competitive environments we face domestically. Globally, our competitors include China Mobile and Telecom. China Mobile holds a substantial market share, 11% as of 2024, but operates primarily in Asia. Telecom, which owns T-Mobile US, maintains consistent 3% share globally. Understanding our competitors' strengths and weaknesses is critical. AT&T Pro, a diversified portfolio including entertainment options like HBO. A con can be slower wireless segment growth due to competitors' aggressive pricing. A T-Mobile Pro. They are known for aggressive pricing initiatives which drive growth. A con, they face interrogation challenges following the Sprint merger. China Mobile. They possess the largest mobile subscription base globally, over 1 billion people. However, they are limited to international presence outside of China. Next, we move on to the second milestone. The marketing research problem is that the telecommunications industry is overly competitive and overly saturated. Consumers are shifting towards more affordable and more flexible mobile services. The goal is to determine factors influencing customer perceptions of Verizon's pricing, service quality, and value compared to its competitors. Data should be obtained via customer surveys, interviews, and secondary market reports. The management decision problem is how can Verizon maintain customer loyalty and competitiveness as demand shifts towards lower cost plans. Management must decide whether to adjust pricing, introduce new promotions, or enhance perceived value to address declining retention and increasing price sensitivity. Ongoing U.S. inflation and rising living costs are making consumers increasingly price sensitive, as well as the expansion of 5G networks, which have raised consumer expectations for faster and more reliable services. Verizon faces strong competitive pressures from rivals such as AT&T and T-Mobile. Our approach to the problem requires a few relevant theories. The first is going to be consumer behavior theory, which explains how consumers make decisions based on their perceived value, satisfaction, and overall brand trust. Additionally, the Keller's brand equity model, which is used to assess how Verizon's brand image and brand loyalty affect consumer retention. Some relevant research questions would include: how does Verizon's pricing structure affect customer loyalty and retention? How do consumer attitudes toward affordability and service flexibility impact their satisfaction and brand choice? Lastly, what is the relationship between perceived brand value and customers' willingness to pay for a premium for Verizon services? Our hypothesis. First, we believe that perceived pricing fairness and value have a positive effect on customer satisfaction and loyalty. Second, brand awareness and perceived service quality significantly enhance Verizon's brand equity. Third, customer satisfaction mediates the relationship between brand equity and loyalty. Fourth, customers with higher perceived brand value are less likely to switch to lower-cost competitors. We need to measure independent variables such as pricing, perception, service quality, and brand perception. Using surveys and experimental tests, we will also be able to measure dependent variables such as customer loyalty, satisfaction, purchase intention, switching behavior, which use surveys and retention metrics. A casual research design should be adopted for this particular analysis, and this is because the goal of the study is to determine cause and effect relationships between key marketing variables that influence consumer loyalty and switching behavior. These variables include pricing perceptions, service quality, and brand image. This design identifies what drives consumer behavior, helping Verizon specify which factors cause customers to stay loyal or switch. It also tests the hypotheses derived by key theories and models. The different phases would first include the problem definition. We would clearly define the research problem. Phase 2 would be researching, planning, and designing. By choosing the casual, quantitative research approach, we can identify variables and select methods such as surveys. Phase 3 would be the data collection. We would conduct structured online surveys, gather Verizon's financial reports, and competitor analysis to test how changes in price and service affect consumer responses. Phase 4, data analysis. We would determine the significance and strength of each variable's influence on loyalty and satisfaction. Phase 5 would be to interpret the findings. We would interpret the results and explain why consumers behave certain ways, identify which factors have the strongest impact on loyalty. Phase 6 would be the conclusion and recommendations. We would translate the findings into actionable marketing strategies for Verizon, recommending adjustments in pricing models, branding efforts, or customer retention programs. This would suggest further research directions to monitor any changes or shifts in consumer behavior. Next, we move on to milestone 3. To effectively tackle this challenge, I have selected the electronic survey method as the most effective approach to further understand the decline in consumer loyalty due to pricing. The data we've gathered through our electronic survey is currently being analyzed. Our goal is to translate these raw numbers into highly actionable insights regarding customer perceptions of value, price fairness, and competitor switching behavior. We are on track to deliver strategies that will not only maintain but enhance Verizon's competitive edge and secure long-term customer loyalty in a challenging market. Our target demographic consists of mobile users who are digitally active. An electronic survey allows us to reach them efficiently via email or social media, while simultaneously ensuring a diverse respondent pool across various regions and age groups. This improves the representativeness of our conclusions. We utilize stratified random sampling to guarantee representation across key subgroups relevant to the research. This is an effective and practical method that aligns perfectly with our digitally active consumer base. We are gathering data on 4 critical respondent attributes. First is age group. This helps us understand price sensitivity and identify which age demographics are most at risk of churning. Next is income level. This allows for consumer segmentation based on economic factors and willingness to pay for premium services. Next is the current mobile provider. This metric is crucial for measuring competitive risk and brand loyalty. Usage behavior identifies the differences between data-heavy and light users, which would help us refine plan preferences. Our target sampling size is 400 respondents. This number provides reliable and valid results while remaining feasible within our project constraints of time and cost. The survey questions would include: which mobile service provider do you currently use? How long have you been with your current provider? How satisfied are you with your provider's mobile plan pricing? How satisfied are you with your provider's network coverage? How important is affordability when choosing a provider? If Verizon were to lower prices, how likely would you be to choose or to stay with Verizon? How likely are you to recommend your current provider to others? How much data do you use each month? Have you considered switching to another provider within the past year? In your opinion, what could Verizon do to improve customer loyalty? The justification to these questions is: first, they identify the respondent's brand affiliation to compare perceptions and loyalty across competitors, measure consumer tenure to assess how experience levels affect satisfaction, evaluates customer perception of pricing fairness, assesses quality perception that directly influence retention, determines how much price drives consumer decision-making in a competitive market, tests how pricing changes could impact customer retention, measures overall loyalty and satisfaction, identifies usage patterns that influence plan preferences, captures information regarding actual switching intent to gauge competitive threats, provides qualitative insights into customer needs and improvement ideas. This structured approach ensures that we gather the precise data needed to make informed decisions regarding pricing, loyalty strategies. I'm confident that these results will provide the clarity required to move forward efficiently. My team and I have completed a comprehensive market analysis regarding the current challenges facing Verizon's consumer loyalty and market position. The objective of this presentation is to brief you on key findings and present strategic marketing recommendations to address these pressures. Our research identifies 3 critical factors contributing to market validity. First, the customer base exhibits significant high price sensitivity, with many perceiving major carriers as too expensive compared to cheaper competitors. Simultaneously, network quality no longer guarantees loyalty, as it once did. While coverage is still valued, consumers increasingly prioritize affordability and flexibility. The third critical factor is the rising switching intent due to better deals offered by our competitors, whose promotions and lower cost plans are actively causing more customers to consider leaving Verizon. To address these assessment points, we propose several key marketing recommendations. For high price sensitivity, we recommend introducing more flexibility with lower cost plan options and improving transparency and simplicity in pricing structures. To counter the shift away from network-only loyalty, we must shift our messaging to highlight overall value and enhance the app experience with personalized adjustments. Finally, regarding rising switching intent, the strategy involves creating loyalty rewards or retention programs for long-term customers and offering competitive deals and targeted promotions to stabilize the base. Throughout milestones 1, 2, and 3, we systematically established the foundational context of our market position, defined the core problem of declining loyalty due to pricing sensitivity, and developed a robust methodology for gathering primary data.